Okay, first video of the channel this month is going to be something I've been reflecting on. Do I deserve Christ's forgiveness, like God's forgiveness? And do I deserve the forgiveness that God gives? I've been thinking about that. I really have. And to me, you know, mm, by the way, I didn't get much sleep because I was reading at like 5 something in the morning, by the way. So, yeah. Let's see if it has the same stuff in here as it does the other one. This would be way easier if I. I wonder if this one actually includes Psalms and Proverbs. It better. Am I not seeing Psalms and Proverbs with this? Okay, is it? Let me find it. Oh yes, yeah. It's basically the same thing. So I think some added stuff. I was waiting on forgiveness, which is you know. And I was like, do I texted somebody. Do we deserve God's forgiveness? I have. I've been thinking about that for quite a few hours right now, actually. I'll probably end up thinking about it the rest of the day because, you know, right? Now, financial difficulties is, uh, how do they not use Psalms and Proverbs when they have it in here? They could easily do that. I mean, very easily. I'm seeing if they do, real quick. Because it has, I wish Bibles like this you had the Psalms, the Proverbs, and Job. I just do. Because Job's a really good book to read, too, if you want to be a man of Christ. By the way, I have started the 30-day reading thing. And this page isn't coming up. That's stupid. Before you begin, okay. 30-day reading started at oh, it doesn't even like have it in here in this one. You could easily do it. But yeah. They could okay, so if you're gonna have I'm gonna say if you're gonna have songs with Proverbs in here, have more stuff in here. Like, you know. By the way, if you're wondering, actually read it for y'all. Hebrews 4:12 is on this. I get this one because it looked more nicer to me. It's looked more pleasing to me. But yeah, I want y'all to think about: do I deserve God's forgiveness, and do I deserve the forgiveness that God has given me? Right? For me, God no, I don't deserve it. I I just don't. But God gives it to me anyway. Right? To me, I'm being humble and I'm humble with stuff. You gotta be humble anyway. Now, I want to now. Oh, I forgot to link the thing, but with humility, You know? Wait, we did James, so I was just on James. Come on, dude. I'm gonna get another one of these this month too, by the way. James the Just. Let the lowly brother boast in his exaltation, and let the rich in his humiliation. You could interpret that as humility, such as, Lord, it's because of you that I have what I have, and not because of me. Right? That is humility. Humbleness and humility of, that what you have is not because of you. Job is a good thing. He got what he had because of God. He knew it, and he thanked God every day for it. Even when Satan took right? He still didn't curse God's name, right? And for people who are like, the rich should, give them money, blah, blah, they do. But they're not going to be like the hypocrites do. And that means, hey, everyone, I'm helping this person, right? Now, I said straight up to Zach last night, I said, I did give to the Christmas thing, but here's the thing. I said, Lord, you blessed me with the money to bless this Christmas box. And the only reward that I want is a kid to have something to open on Christmas Day. That is the only reward I want. It is. I'm simple. I don't mind, like, don't let your left hand know what your right hand is doing. But that's the thing. I'm like, I don't care. I'll say straight up, yeah, I did it. Yeah, I gave you this. I don't want a reward. I don't want a blessing. I don't care because I got blessed, so I passed the blessing on to someone. Right? I believe that. I believe when you get blessed, you should pass it on. Sometimes my aunt gives me some money, so I give that to tithes, which do help the community. It really does. At least out here it does. Because there are people that, sometimes need a little bit of money to help with the bill. You can come to a church because they usually have a fund. Let me tell you this. Last night there was I learned about a dude. Is a pastor who writes books and obviously gets a lot of money. What he did was he figured, okay, how much do I need just to live comfortably? And then he gives the rest to a board that he is a member of, but not the president of, to use all around. That is an example of the rich, right? I believe it said some. Now, is the Bible saying you should be poor? No. God knows not. I can't remember which one it is, but it was, and some of, those who, were blinded and strayed away from God. Some, not all. Honestly, I think, we were talking about, the root of all evil, right? But I personally think that the lack of money is the root of a lot of evil. Because I was saying last night in the sermon, right? That there's yin yang. Say, like, I'm trying to find something to. Oh, here's an example. I see this at Dollar General, right? And I'm desperate to eat. I'm so desperate. I'm like, I'm not thinking side hustle. I'm not thinking side business or, making money legal way. I'm taking this and I'm running. Oh yeah, I've actually eaten some of the popcorn here. Basic fare. Oh, this is actually, and yeah, if you're wondering, yes, it is a metal tin. So yeah, but with a plastic top. It actually is pretty good popcorn, actually. Yeah, I'm gonna do a slide a little bit. So, I want you all to think: do I deserve God's forgiveness? Do I deserve the forgiveness that God has given me? I want you all to think about that. I really do. Anyway, it's King slash the JYK official. Say God with some peace. God's for us. Against us.